All is set for the penultimate bout of the evening. Wherever you are, you're live on Max TV. Today is week 17 of the Deluxe Professional Boxing League. Very, very exciting night. We are just about to roll with super lightweight contest over 6 rounds. Now, officials for this bout: Judge 1, David Mills; Judge 2, Michael Nikwe; and Judge 3, Mimensa Kakpo. Now, introducing the boxer fighter from the blue corner. This evening spotted in the black and white trunks with a blue, red, white shoe, red gloves to match. This is the boxer who was born and bred in Aplau in the Volta region of Ghana. This is the boxer with a weight of 142.80 pounds with the official record of 1 fight, 1 defeat. This is the man who has also been penciled down as a world beater in the years to come. From the Seaview Boxing Gymnasium, presenting to you the man from Aplau, David Lartey. Crossing over to the red corner, and this evening is spotted in the black and ash trunks, black and white shoe, red gloves to match. This is the boxer who was born and bred in Sembe, but now stay at Sabon Zongo in the Zongo community here in Accra. This is the man with the weight of 143.8 pounds. This is the man with the official record of 9 fights. No defeats, no draw, 9 wins. All the wins came by way of knockout. And this is the man who is the current lightweight champion in Ghana. Presenting to you the boxer, Faisal Abubakar. And the man in charge of this fight is the technical director of Ghana Boxing Authority, Shadrach Akwe.
Shadrach Akwe will be handling this bout. Very tough encounter it would be between Faisal Abubakar of the Charles Quartier Boxing Foundation and Seaview's David Lartey, technical executive director of the GBA.
Round 1.
Here we go, round 1. The man in charge is Shadrach Akwe once again. Faisal Abubakar is in the black trunks.
I'm not very happy with this matchup for a reason. David Lartey, this is his second fight. In his first fight, came up against Charles Yao Tete, who has been signed by IMAX and lost by a round 1 KO. He was knocked out in the first round. So his comeback fight, it should have been a bit of a manageable opponent, but he is coming up against the national super lightweight champion, the president of Faisal Abubakar, aka Poncho Power. I don't think it is a good comeback fight for young Lartey, but let's see how it pans out.
Well, it may not sound fitting enough, but obviously it also brings out the best in the boxers. Let's see whether the hunger in him, David Lartey that is, will at least allow him to ride the storm for the remainder of the rounds. But of course, Faisal Abubakar, a very careful boxer he is, and also very smart.
Yeah, David Lartey, a former sparring partner of Olympic bronze medalist Samuel Techi, and originally trains out of the Accra Boxing Gymnasium, trained by Coach George inside the Valley View Beach Resort in Kolegono. A very confident guy, but coming up against a well-refined and well-polished Faisal, who moved out of the Bronx Gymnasium and Coach Kaloko and moved to Charles Quartier. He has been very polished and refined since moving on. His techniques and his skill set have been very, very polished of late. Very composed in there, Faisal.
Yeah. Taking his time, not in a hurry to let the jabs and the punches go. David Lartey seems to be doing a lot. Of course, he needs to take the fight to the champion. That's a big one there, straight on the head of Lartey.
Lartey seems to be a bit jittery in there. The lack of experience is a bit nervous in there. He looks to be breathing hard at this stage, and you wonder how it's going to last.
It's just the first round.
And you can even see observe the size difference. Faisal looks much bigger, taller,
Yeah.
and rangier as compared to Lartey.
He came in to the ring at a weight of 143 pounds. His opponent tipped the scales at 142.8. Faisal trying to open up towards the end of the round.
A greater part of the Zongo community always throngs the venue whenever Poncho Power, Faisal, is fighting.
Here we go for round 2, and it was clear and obvious. Sam Nana Gold, good observation. The breathing of Lartey is very heavy. Let's hope he can go the next couple of rounds at least. But for Faisal, Abubakar is careful and steady. Close-up shots, looking for that opening.
David Lartey, he's a day worker at the Royal Dede Hotel in Kolegono.
Missing a couple of the punches there. Faisal tries to work through the middle. Good guard by Lartey. Faisal may be the national champion, but David Lartey seems unperturbed, at least up to this stage.
Lartey, I've seen him a couple of times sparring with bantamweight prospect Samuel Martelai, his stablemate. Very, very good left hook from Lartey, but Faisal comes right back.
That's a big one from King Faisal. Saw the opening and took it.
Prince Faisal is a very composed guy. He's the kind of boxer that likes to relax and pick his punches. The trump card for Lartey would be to rough him up, to brawl. But does he have the strength to do that and maintain that?
Obviously with a longer reach, so Faisal clearly can use that to advantage.
Very good
Changes
counter
now.
from Lartey.
Faisal misses that clearly with the right.
Lartey swings and misses. There goes the end of the second round.
He also has to tune it up. So now you can see that at the end of the round, Faisal started boiling up, started throwing punches, matching up with David Lartey. And you see the fight going into round 3. I'm sure things are going to be messy for David Lartey.
Round 3 it is. Faisal Abubakar from the Charles Quarter Boxing Foundation taking on David Lartey from Seaview. Careful boxing now from Faisal Abubakar.
David Lartey trained originally by coach George Smart Abbey, but tonight fighting out of the Seaview Boxing Gymnasium.
Keeping close tabs on Faisal Abubakar. And keeping his distance quite vital. Faisal tries to cut in there, but some good defending from David Lartey the ability to read through King Abubakar's moves.
And one thing I've noticed from Faisal, he doesn't waste punches at all.
Yeah.
Anytime he punches, his punches are very, very accurate. Just like our own Joshua the Hitter Clottey.
Yes, reminds one of Joshua Clottey. Also very, very smart with his punches. Makes sure that before he leaves or lets go the jab or the punch, target is clear. So he releases his punches quite well, and so does Faisal. Abubakar.
Straight
Good one
right
there.
and left to the face of
Yeah.
Lartey. Very accurate punching from Faisal.
That's a good one there from Lartey.
And Lartey would not go down without a fight. A double jab in the right hand to the head of Faisal. Lartey is gradually coming into the picture at this point. And one thing, they are fighting right in the middle of the ring. Some tactical exchanges right there. The jabs and the right hands. This is the art of pugilism from David Lartey, from Seville, and Poncho Power. Crowd favorite from the Zongo community.
That's good one from Lartey.
I know Faisal is a serious guy. If you look at him, he has good training, but this young gentleman is exchanging right blows. He's able to stand. I thought that by now the corner should have thrown in a towel, but what this young chap is doing, he must follow up. I mean, if he loses by a unanimous round, I'm fine. He's a good guy. He can go ahead and deliver. He's doing so well. In fact, we are watching the game with one of our finance boxers, and he at the point had to clap for them because we all expected Faisal to come in and finish the fight 1, 2, 3 rounds.
Okay.
But I tell you, Lartey is doing so well, and he needs some 1 or 2 things to be up there. But beating Faisal is a huge task.
It's a tall order. It's a tall order. Okay. Well, obviously want to believe that these are boxers that have shown a lot more quality. Of course, apart from picking up the points for their respective gyms, they have also gathered their loins quite well, to the extent that some of them are in the line of getting opportunities to take a shot at various titles. Now, David Lartey as the man of the moment, and Faisal would have to hold his guard high now. Lartey has penetrated a few times.
Friends, David Lartey is resorting to a monotonous way of fighting. It's a double jab right hand because Faisal is standing upright and his defense is very tight. So it is very difficult for Lartey to vary his punches. He has to resort to the double jab right hand over and over again.
And obviously that would take a lot out of Lartey. It's now jabbing time for Faisal. Using the jab to keep the opponent at bay, but also waiting for that big opening.
The way Faisal fights also reminds me of a certain Paul Williams, a very rangy boxer in his time. Lartey's face looking a bit puffy at this point.
Still breathing heavily though, but if you take a look at Faisal, still very cool, calm, and collected. And it's as if the fight has not even started for him.
A very composed boxer, Faisal is.
Round 5.
So here we go, round 5. And it's still Faisal Abubakar dictating affairs. But David Lartey obviously has given a very good account of himself. Let's just spend a quick minute to bring you up to speed with what's been happening outside the world of boxing, because there are a lot of interests in upcoming fights which are currently ongoing as well. Sam Nanago will brief us.
All right, so tonight in Las Vegas, we have a Ghanaian-born British middleweight boxer, Denzel Intim Mensah Medley. He is challenging for the WBO middleweight title against Kazakhstan boxer Janibek Alim Kanoli, all the way in the US of A. And that bout comes up in a few minutes, a little less than an hour from now. We wish Denzel Bentley all the best. We wish he brings the title home to Ghana.
A lot more prospects out there who will be fighting for honor and glory. But back home, Ghana Boxing Association in partnership with the IMAX Media Promotions, giving the local boxers an opportunity to showcase what they have as we prepare them for both local, African, Commonwealth, continental titles, as well as world title belts as well. One of those prospects is seen on your screen now. The tall Faisal Abubakar in black trunks, national champion, taking on David Lartey. And again, careful, steady boxing by King Faisal. He's not broken a sweat, really. And this is round 5.
A very, very composed Faisal. At the beginning of his career, he was a slugger, not very, very tactical in his approach to the game. But over time, he has really learned the art. And you see him in the ring. He's a smooth operator. Very, very technical, very, very technical, very, very composed. And the action from the boxers will draw applause from the crowd.
Yeah, definitely. Lartey says he's not stunned by what he's taken so far. Actually, giving a good account of himself, Lartey.
Yeah, Lartey, even if he takes an L over here, it would no shame at all. He lost to the national champion. Though it might be his second defeat, he can still go back, work on his mistakes, and come back stronger. That is what champions are made of. The end of round number 5.
They can exhibit. It's going to round 6. And I can tell you, David has done a lot to be in round 6. But Faisal, at the end of the day, we know what he's capable he can do. With experience, his kind of punches that he picks, his punches accuracy, how steady he picks his punches, you can see there is slight difference as compared to David. But David has really done well too as well.
Sam, of what importance is a situation where the national champion gets into a fight like this with a boxer who's not shy of coming out? He's giving him a run for his money. It may not be a superlative win performance by Lartey, but obviously he's got a few points to learn.
Yeah, when a champion comes in like this with a determined youngster, sometimes it might be a bit perilous, because you might come at the wrong side of a decision, or you might even be at the wrong side of an upset. But of course, once you are a champion, you should be up for every challenge that comes your way, because you are prepping up yourself for the world stage.
Sure.
And for a young guy like Lartey, it is a learning curve. You remember when Azuma Nelson fought against Salvador Sanchez in that fight, although it was a loss, it was a win in disguise because that was the fight that exposed Azuma Nelson to the boxing world.
Exactly.
And you look at the fight between Richard Comey and then Robert Easter I think that was in 2016. That fight was the coming out party of Richard Comey. That was when the American boxing community saw that there is somebody known as Richard Comey. So sometimes these losses might be wins in disguise.
Okay. So, well, I've considered that David Lartey is a winner, in my humble opinion. He has showed clearly that he can standing toe-to-toe with the big boys out there. Obviously, meeting the champ at this time may be a little bit far-fetched, but he has risen to the occasion. And like I said, Faisal Abubakar looks like he's not even broken sweat. Lands a big one on the face of Lartey.
I think Prince, now you can see that Faisal changed his style. Now he's trying to move closer to Lartey because he sees that now Lartey has that big heart. So he really wants to stand toe to toe with him. So Faisal is telling him that, okay, you young boy, you have the big heart. Let's get in between the middle of the ring and let's show the crowd what we've got.
Into the last 10 seconds. Both boxers have shown a lot of maturity, and of course I've also been impressed with...
Wow.
Now we have the verdicts. Now, ladies and gentlemen, shall we put our hands together for the two pugilists? They've given us what we want to see in boxing. The exchange was amazing. The artistry, unbelievable. And the two boxers were indeed the best, if you ask me. Now, Judge 1, David Mills, scored about 60 to 55. Judge 2, Michael Nikwe, scored about 60 to 54. And Judge number 3, Akaku, scored about 60 to 54. So by a unanimous point decision, the winner is the box Faisal Abubakar. So Faisal Abubakar. But ladies and gentlemen, you know, I always say that you may have a loot for your fights, and I want to say that this young man, he has made my day. And I don't have enough on me. All I have is this for what he has done, because he fought against a national champion. Faisal is one of the potential world champions in the making in Ghana. And if you look at the way this young man fought against him, I think that he deserves to be recognized, to be acknowledged, and to be applauded. So when he gets down there, as we do here, please, with all respect, ask something and give it to him just to get him motivated. Faisal, I know this young man is a very powerful boxer.
Yeah, very, very powerful. He's a great boxer, you know, because I never ended my round with any boxer. Yeah, so I think he's a good boxer, so people should watch out.
Because Faisal has fought all the fight and he knocks everybody. But this young man took him to the distance. Let's put our hands together for him. This is the second fight. Elekia.
Oh.
F1.
Merekwe.
Elevandula. Vida la. Mauli. Anyone.
Yo.
Now talk to your people. How do you feel?
Oh, I thought I was winning. I thought I was winning, but it's nothing. We work hard for the next time.
For the next time. Now, I want you to speak in your language. They are watching you far away from Voto region and Aplau. Speak your language.
Oh, akpena madesare akele nyepom le Voto region. Mwenyana bododora nemya odosto inkomiacho weta chava Ghana. Akpe.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, it's coming down. So, just dole out something, anything. Just say hi to him to appreciate what he has done.